Mark O'Brien, what's the key to marketing to millennials?
Well, millennials are by nature a very skeptical group. They grew up in a time where they don't believe people who talk at them. They believe their peers, and they're able to communicate via social media. So gaining their trust and speaking to them in a relevant manner about things that are important to them is how you have to communicate with them to sell.
Is there a company that currently markets to millennials better than anyone else?
I think McDonald's has really caught on to the keys to marketing to millennials. Obviously, it's a core group for them. They want to capture people in their youth as they grow and stick with them for a lifetime.
And how do millennials differ from boomers? Because I thought boomers had all the money and all the power.
Well, boomers have the money and the power now, but all advertisers and marketers know that eventually the millennials will supplant the boomers. So they want to get to those millennials now so they can carry them through their middle age. And again, the key to getting to them is to gain their trust. And the way you gain their trust is by talking to what's relevant to a boomer today or to a millennial today, which is always going to be how do you get to their friends? What are their friends talking about? And if you can get to them through their friends, you're going to gain their trust and their respect.
Let's stick with the boomers just for a little bit more.
Okay.
Tell me, which company markets best to boomers from what you see in the market currently?
I think, again, with boomers, you have to think about what's relevant to them. They're a little bit older. They're a little bit more established financially. So a company like State Farm or some of the other insurance companies are really adept at hitting boomers at home about what's worrying them and getting them to buy products.
Now, are boomers adept with all the gadgets? Have boomers gone mobile? And how does your firm, DDB, adapt to the new mobile world?
Well, I think with boomers, the difference between boomers and millennials is boomers have learned to use technology and still marvel at it, and they love it, and they were the early adopters of technology, whereas millennials were born with technology and they take it for granted. So we have to look into that when we're marketing to them. With boomers, we have to impress them with new technologies and new things, and with millennials, we have to make sure we're where they live on a day-to-day basis. So with millennials, it's more social media and getting to them through the mobile sites. With boomers, it's more targeted advertising and marketing that's designed to push to them and get them to act when they're in a certain location.
And finally, what are you seeing for the rest of the year, 2012 and 2013, in terms of business? Are people ramping up their Christmas ad campaigns right now?
Yeah, Christmas is a big consideration right now. People are getting ready. Obviously, Black Friday is coming up, the biggest retail day of the year. So we're preparing our ads. We're actually preparing Super Bowl ads right now. That's how early we get ready for it. But 2012 is a big boom year for marketers because of the Olympics, and it's also a boom year for media because of the political ads. 2013, there's probably going to be a bit of a hangover from all the marketing that occurred in 2012, but there'll be more inventory and more interesting things. So people are going to fight a little bit harder, I think, in 2013 for attention than they had to in 2012 when they had the Olympics and the presidential election.
This market has fewer players.
We're coming into a Monday where we're
would enter in a new stage of tech.
It's a stock picker's market.
Welcome to the 5 dumbest things.
Apple reported earnings.